Can Lisandro Martinez be a temporal central defensive midfielder for Manchester United? That is a question a whole lot of Manchester United fans have been asking themselves. It was very clear Manchester United needed a central defensive midfielder in the summer transfer window. They looked at several options. Carlos Baleba of Brighton and Hove Albion, talented player, knows the Premier League, very young, 21 years of age. So he was the perfect fit for the central defensive midfield role for Manchester United. They also looked at several options. They had Martin Hillman of Sporting CP, which of course they didn't want to proceed. It was very evident that Manchester United couldn't afford Carlos Baleba because of their financial situations. Now they have to deal with those that they have right now. They have Kobe Mainu, which the coach doesn't trust because of his pace. They have Casemiro, who is very old and cannot fit because of the intensity and the pace of the Premier League. Manuel Ugarte, for some reason, isn't able to even do his job well. He can't even. The only thing he can do well is to play key balls or save balls. That's all he can do. So now Manchester United fans are asking themselves, can Lisandro Martinez solve this problem temporary? Of course, it can be yes and it can be no. Let's look at Lisandro Martinez back in Ajax during the days of Eric Ten Hag in 2019-2020. When Frankie de Jong signed for Barcelona, Eric Ten Hag used him as a CDM. His natural position is a center back. Playing as a center back is quite different from playing as a CDM. When you are a CDM, you have to cover grounds, cover spaces, do a whole lot of hard work as compared to playing as a center back. Now, he played 22 times for Ajax as a central defensive midfielder. He paired actually with Daley Blind and Edson Alvarez. Now, he has his strengths and he has his weaknesses. Let's look at some of his weaknesses. His physical limitations. He is 5.9 feet tall, and when it comes to the Premier League, you have to get the strength to face opponents. You know, Premiership is full of pace, power. So if you don't have the physique to stand all these players, you cannot thrive as a central defensive midfielder. Now, his pace, he's not somebody who is able to run around and then make those kind of moves. His pace is a major blow to him. Now, the third one will be his awareness in times of pressure. You know, the pace and power of the Premiership will require a person that is, or a defensive midfielder who is technically aware of his surroundings. Now, I don't think he is capable of doing that, but he still has some qualities that makes him a central defensive midfielder. His ability in clutch moments. I remember a match against Manchester City. He made a decisive pass to I think Amad Diallo to score. That it was a very good pass from him. So he's able to make decisive pass in the final third of the opposition half. That is one attribute that you can get from Lisandro Martinez. Two, his build-up play from the defense through the midfield to the attack. He's somebody who can move the ball from the defense to the midfield, and he can also create spaces for the attackers and then play decisive passes to the attackers. So he's capable of playing as a center or a central defensive midfielder with that kind of attribute. Now, the third one will be his mentality. He's somebody who always want to win. So when you have such a player in your team, he actually gives you the morale to even go, even when you are tired. So these are some of his qualities that he can bring playing as a central defensive midfielder. Overall, I believe he's capable of solving Manchester United temporal central defensive issue. If you believe he's capable of solving a temporal problem for Manchester United, just drop your opinion in the comment section.